In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 25, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Cleveland Guardians. The Boston Red Sox face the Cleveland Guardians in the final game of the weekend series, with both teams looking to build off strong starts to the season. The Red Sox have a 41-31 record, while the Guardians have a 36-31 record. For the upcoming game, the Red Sox will turn to Rich Hill as their starting pitcher, while the Guardians will turn to Aaron Civale, who has only allowed 2 runs in his last 2 starts to start the game. The Red Sox are 5-0 in the last 5 Sunday games and 5-1 in their last 6 in Game 3 of a series. Boston is 26-9 in their last 35 overall. Meanwhile, the Guardians are 17-6 in their last 23 overall and 5-2 in their last 7 in Game 3 of a series. The under is 8-2 in Cleveland's last 10 in Game 3 of a series. Both teams have been hot over the past few weeks to push themselves into relevance in the American League playoff picture. With that said, this pitching matchup leaves plenty to be desired on both sides of the equation. Hill, the crafty veteran, hasn't been great this season, though. Even with his struggles, his numbers are far better than what we've seen from Civale. The Cleveland righty missed a month on the injury list with a glute injury before returning before his last start against Minnesota. He hasn't faced Boston in his career, which could help early, but Boston's momentum is too much to handle. We should have a pretty good starter battle on our hands regardless, though. Hill has posted 5 earned on 13 hits and 2 walks over his last 2 starts in 10.2 innings. As for Civale, he's got just 2 earned on 8 hits and 2 walks in 11.1 innings in his last pair of outings. I like both guys to pitch well in a close Game 3, with Boston powering out a win late. So the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Boston went into Saturday having seen the under post a 35-27-9 mark in their opening 71 games on the year. The Red Sox are 5th in runs per game with 4.77, which increases to an average of 4.83 runs per game as the road team. Boston's average total this season is 8.73 runs per game going into Saturday's action, while that number drops down to 8.34 runs per game as the road team. Cleveland has seen the over post a 33-29-4 mark going into Saturday's contest. The Guardians are 11th in runs per game with 4.59 per contest, though that number edges up to 4.63 runs per game at home. Cleveland has an average total of 8.68 runs per contest, a number that climbs to 8.72 runs per game at home. The Red Sox look to build off a 4-run game and constantly drive in runs, with Rafael Devers, J.D. Martinez, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact off of Aaron Civale and the rest of the Guardians' pitching staff to plate base runners. The Guardians, who average 4.59 runs per game, should run up the score with Jose Ramirez, Andres Gimenez, Steven Kwan, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and powering the ball off Rich Hill and the rest of the Red Sox pitching staff to drive in runs throughout the game. Both teams have been carried by their lineups, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both teams driving in runs from the first pitch. With a couple of struggling arms on the mound and a pair of above-average lineups, this game winds up being a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Rockies versus Minnesota Twins. The Colorado Rockies wrap up a 3-game series in Minnesota against the Twins on Sunday afternoon. The Rockies are in last place in the National League West and have split the first 2 games of this series. The Minnesota Twins remain in first place in the American League Central with wins in 2 out of their last 3 games. Sunday's pitching matchup will feature righty Ryan Feltner of the Rockies taking on Twins righty Joe Ryan. The Rockies are 3-7 in their last 10 interleague road games versus a right-handed starter. The Rockies are also 2-5 in their last 7 Sunday games and are 8-20 in their last 28 road games. The Twins are 7-2 in their last 9 Sunday games and are 12-5 in their last 17 home games versus a team with a losing record. These pitchers have been on 2 different levels so far this season, as Ryan Feltner has a 0-1 with a 5.03 ERA and 4 road starts, while Joe Ryan is 2-2 with a 3.33 ERA and 5 starts at home. The offenses have been on 2 different tiers so far this season, as Colorado is 23rd 23rd in the league with 64 homers thus far, while Minnesota is 11th in the sport with 83 home runs up to this point. The Twins should be able to carry the momentum from their last win, so the Minnesota Twins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Ryan has a solid 3 ER this season, and the Rockies have struggled to put runs on the board all season on the road and in the last 4 games in particular. The Twins are actually averaging less runs per game at home this season than on the road despite their .253 home average as a team. The Rockies are 9-3 to the under in their last 12 road games. This number feels more like if the game was played in Coors Field and not Target Field. Both teams have been able to pitch as the Rockies are second in the majors, forcing 66 double plays, while the Twins are tied for 13th in the sport with 48 double plays so far. Also, these are not the same Colorado Rockies on the road as they are at home, as they have a .628 OPS on the road this season, which is the 3rd worst in baseball. The under has hit in 9 of the last 13 games played between the Twins and Rockies. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Blue Jays versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Toronto Blue Jays and Milwaukee Brewers will close out a 3-game interleague series on Sunday afternoon at American Family Field, after the Blue Jays won Friday's series opener 9-4 to cash in as a -141 favorite. The two teams will meet again later on Saturday after the time of publishing. Toronto holds down second place in the American League East at 40-30. While Milwaukee is tied for first in the National League Central 40-33. These teams last met back in 2017 when they split 4 games. The Brewers may be known for having a great pitching staff, but Sunday's series finale does not look set to prove that. Milwaukee's Corbin Burnes may be in the Cy Young conversations, but newly acquired Kai Gonzalez is about as far from that as one can get. He proved why the Rockies let him go and why the Twins no longer wanted him this season with his first start for the Brewers. The division rival Cardinals hit him early and often, scoring 2 quick runs in the first inning and adding on a 3rd run in the 4th inning before Gonzalez was pulled. Combined with his starts for Minnesota, he's now allowed 9 runs in just 11 innings. This start against the Blue Jays also doesn't bode well for the Brewers. Gonzalez's first start of the season was against Toronto, and he was pulled rather early. He allowed 3 runs in just 3 innings that time around. Obviously, the relievers coming in behind him will be different, but Milwaukee's bullpen is not significantly better than Minnesota's. Regardless, the Jays have a potent top of the lineup even without George Springer. They were able to produce when Teoscar Hernandez missed time earlier this season, and should be able to do so against Gonzalez's 7.36 ERA. It will certainly be a great relief in comparison to facing Burnes like they had to on Saturday afternoon. Toronto's Jose Berrios can be shaky for sure, but he's also given the team at least 7 innings in 3 of his 4 starts this month. The Blue Jays won all 3 of those games and should help Berrios get his 6th win on Sunday, so the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. Predictive metrics don't indicate a turnaround is coming for Berrios, as he's got a horrendous 6.25 xERA and isn't missing nearly as many bats with his fastball as in previous seasons. Toronto's bullpen is also not good with the 7th worst ERA in baseball, and another injury to the veteran Garcia this week doesn't help. Despite posting middling numbers for the first month of the year, Toronto now ranks 4th in the league with a 113 WRC+, as Kirk's breakout gives them yet another elite hitter in the core of the order. I really don't trust either of these pitchers much, and there is going to be plenty of success scoring by both teams. Berrios gave up 6 runs in his last start, and Gonzalez sits with an ERA of 7.76. With both starting pitchers struggling so bad, expect the Blue Jays to continue trending heavily towards the over. Look for both offenses to run up the score. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.